So Lyndon, Dimitry Bivol, his WBA title on the line, your IBO. Big task, but one you're relishing?
Absolutely. I wouldn't be here if not. You know, it's a good task, but I've been in boxing quite a long time now. I've been pro quite a few many years, and these are the kind of fights that you kind of, when you start your career, you can't wait to be a world champion, or you can't wait to fight the world champions. This is it, man. You know?
Yeah, you haven't had a lot of notice for this. It hasn't been a long lead time. Is that a good thing, bad thing?
We'll find out on Saturday. I believe I'm okay. I'm fine. So.
And in terms of finding out about this fight, just talk me through that. How did it happen?
Yeah, just kind of last minute. Like everyone, obviously, the whole show got put together last minute, and I got the call last minute. You know, I had a few days to think about it, and yeah. But you know, I went to the press conference and I seen the side of the event, the skeptical of the event, and I thought, you know what, let me just crack on and see what happens. I challenge myself.
So in terms of him, is he someone you've kind of been looking at in recent years and feeling like you would fight him at some point?
I mean, as long as I kept winning, then yeah. I was watching him because I was a fan of him, rather than I'm going to fight him. And obviously it come together quick. I was never in the know of that as soon as this, but it's happened now, and I'm excited. So.
I mean, how do you assess him as a fighter? Strengths, weaknesses, all of that?
Bivol is Bivol. You know, he's what he is, but I am also what I am. So, I mean, once I get in there, well, I'm sure I will adapt to my best ability and do what I can do.
What kind of problems do you think you can pose him that maybe he's not seen in recent times?
It's me. I think being me will pose enough problems. Or I wouldn't be here if not. I wouldn't take the fight just to lose the fight. So like I say, I believe, I'm confident. There's nowhere near from coming here just to lay down and just to let him beat me, just to take my belt and just to get another knockout on his record. And I'm excited. Like I say, I'm excited for the challenge.
I mean, it's fair to say you're the underdog in this fight.
Yeah.
I mean, most boxers, it's kind of an underdog mentality that you all have, really, I think, originally. Do you like that? Do you feel it takes the pressure off you?
I don't mind it. The pressure kind of thing, I don't think there's no pressure on me at all. I've got nothing to lose. Not many people think I'm going to win anyway, if any that there is that do. So there's no pressure at all. I don't feel it being an underdog. I don't even look at that anyway. I never have. So it makes no difference.
I mean, do you feel like with boxing, as tough as it is, that you've been through harder things in your life?
In my life?
Adversity?
Yeah, that goes without saying, of course, yeah.
And so when it comes to getting into the ring, when that bell goes, there's the two of you and a referee, and it's kind of fair enough.
We're having a fight. When it all comes down to having a one-on-one, really and truly, that's it. Just with a skilled one-on-one, and one of us is going to lose and one of us is going to win. And you have to try your best to make sure you're not the one that loses.
On any given night, at the level you're at, it's anything can happen. You prepare as best you can. That's within your control, and then when the bell goes, whatever happens, happens.
Coach goes back, and I go forward, and that's it.
So how was that feeling? How does that feel when that first bell goes?
It's exciting. It's what I'm in the sport for. I chose this sport, you know. I'm accustomed to it now. I've had 20 odd fights, probably nearly 80 fights in my whole career, amateur and pro. I've sparred thousands of rounds, boxed thousands of rounds. It's second nature now.
Do you feel like do you treat this as just another fight? Is that how you approach every fight, or are there some fights where you feel like there is more on the line, there's more riding on it, so mentally you're slightly different? Obviously
there's more on the line to this one, because it's against who it's against, and it's where it is, and probably most definitely my hardest opponent I've ever been in there with, on paper. So you have to treat this a little bit different, but it is still just a fight.
And how about the location? This is the first time that you've been out here to box. It is a different kind of atmosphere.
Yeah. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. It's nothing I'm going to shy away from. Do you know what I mean? We're in Saudi. I boxed all over the world. I boxed in other countries before. I boxed in Mexico. I boxed in Poland, Romania. I feel like I could list the list off. So this is just another one to add to the resume.
In terms of your opponent during fight week, do you pay much attention to him during fight week? I mean, the first time you'll see him, I mean, you might bump into him today, actually.
No, I've seen him. We've already done that. I was there.
Right, okay.
I was there.
What happened? Do you just kind of, do you acknowledge each other?
It was just, there's respect there. There's no animosity. It's not like it's been a build-up of, I can't wait to fight Bivol and I'm going to smash his head and he's going to smash my head and shit. It's not like that, is it? So the fight got made within a few days and here we are. But I have to not like him until after the fight, but apart from that, there's no animosity.
Do you feel like he's the number one in your division, or is it Beterbiev?
I believe it's Bivol. I've said that. I just think Bivol's got the better boxing. I think a good boxer always beats a good fighter. Yeah, I think Beterbiev, obviously I've sparred Beterbiev. Beterbiev's a very smart fighter, but I feel like Bivol might have the edge in that a little bit.
So what we're looking at in terms of a performance from you?
I have to be on my A game. I have to be 100%. I have to be the best I've ever been in a ring before. So that's what I'm looking to bring out.
And if you could produce that, you feel that will be enough?
I believe so.
So just to turn to a couple of the other fights on the card, interested to get your thoughts on Deontay Wilder against Joseph Parker in particular. I mean, that's the one that, for me at least anyway, really jumps out at me. What do you think about that one? Because everybody looks at Wilder and sees the power and feels like, as he says, he just needs to be perfect for 1 second, and at some point he'll catch Joseph Parker.
Wilder's a scary fighter in regards to his right hand. Obviously, we all know you get hit off Wilder and you tend to stay hit, kind of thing. Parker's a skillful fighter. I believe Parker has the skills to do it. It's just avoiding the right hand of Wilder. It's dangerous and it's hard to do. Like Wilder says, he only has to be switched on for 1 second of the fight. Can be switched off for 12 rounds, but 1 second in that last 12 rounds and you still go and sleep no matter what or where he hits you with that right hand. It's a hard task, but I believe he can do it.
Joshua Wallin?
Another good fight. Again, Wallin is a good operator. We've seen him against Fury. We can see he can be rough and a bit rugged, and he's a southpaw. I think the first few rounds will be a bit of a feel each other out round, and he might get on Joshua a little bit. But I think Joshua's inner belief to win and want to prove a point will get him out of there.
And you've been on to big nights before, but this is, just the likes of those names, like being on a card like this. I mean, obviously Bivol is a huge name in your own division, but you're just surrounded all week, just in this hotel. Every time I turn around, I'm seeing like a big name from the world of boxing. It is. I mean, it must be something to be involved in.
It's good. It's fantastic. It's amazing to be able to be involved in, but it makes you feel like you belong here. It kind of puts into perspective the work you've put in over the years. Like, it's you reaping what you sow, kind of thing. I don't feel out of place at all.